Okay, so we will start. StringBuffer and StringBuilder are also two built-in classes like a string class. These two classes we can use to represent and manipulate strings. So I can write in this way like a string class, StringBuffer and StringBuilder classes are used to represent and manipulate strings. In a string class, we saw there are two approaches that we can represent a string value. But in StringBuffer and StringBuilder, only one approach. So that is how StringBuffer let sb1 equals to new StringBuffer. Let's suppose the value, suppose I will put job. So sb1 is the name of the object. So what is happening? Suppose I will write, let us suppose I will write sb1 dot append method. So within bracket I will write another string. So in string class concat method, in StringBuffer and StringBuilder class, there is a method append method. Purpose is same, concatenating two string values, appending two string values. Java is a string value, res is a string value. So if I will write system.out.println, so sb1, so it will give the result Java res. So whatever the methods present in StringBuffer class, same method present in StringBuilder class. So here sb1 is an object, because we know that new class name that is representing an object or class name object name equals to new class name. So this is sb1. So my object name is sb1, or we can say sb1 is which type of object, string buffer type of object, then the value Java. But when append method is invoking, so the value res, it is concatenating with Java. As a result, we are getting Java res. Okay, similarly, using StringBuilder class, we can represent a string value. Suppose sb2 equals to new StringBuilder. If I will write within double quote, I will write suppose Silan sb2 dot append method. I will write software and I will write system.out.println. I will write sb2. So output is I will get Silan Software. So whatever the methods present in StringBuffer class, same methods present in StringBuilder class. Maybe question may arise. So why at a time we are considering StringBuffer and StringBuilder class? Because everything is the same. 99.99, everything is the same. Only one point is different. So that point we will discuss, and that is one of the good interview question. Okay, and you see, when append method it is invoking, here we are not writing sb1 equals to sb1, so directly it is changing. So it is representing what changeable behavior. So we can say string buffer and string builder is mutable, whereas string was immutable that we have studied. So changeable behavior. So in same case in string we have seen it was immutable. So for changing a reference variable we were writing, but here append method when it is invoking Java REST it is coming to our picture. So concatenated strings it is coming to our picture. So it is what changeable behavior. So for this we can say string buffer and string builder is mutable. Mutable means changeable behavior. Immutable means non-changeable behavior. So we can see simply string buffer sb1 equals to new string buffer. So within a bracket I will write Java sb1 dot append method. So I will write res system dot out dot println sb1. So I will run. So I will get Java res. Okay, so you see the output is Java res. Similarly, instead of string buffer, if I will write string builder sb2 equals to new string builder, and suppose I will write Silan whatever we discussed sb2 dot append method. I will write software. Okay, so I will write system dot out dot println sb2. Now I will hit run. So I will get Silan software. Yes. So we got the value Silan software. So this is the way that we can represent strings using string buffer and string builder class. So now we will see what is the difference. Currently I told everything is same. Whatever string buffer containing the built-in methods, same method string builder is containing. But what is the difference? And that difference is one of the good interview question. So only one point is different that we will discuss. So string buffer versus string builder. String buffer versus string builder. So string buffer, some points I am writing, then one by one I will explain. Introduced in 1.0 version. Here methods are synchronized. Hence it is in thread safe. Performance is poor, not good performance. So introduced in 1.0 version, methods are synchronized. It is in thread safe, poor performance. I will explain. Introduced in 1.5 version. Here methods are not synchronized. Hence, it is not in thread safe. Performance is better. So introduced the class which is introduced in 1.0 version, basically we say that is legacy. You remember. So nowadays that classes are not using, but only this point is a difference. Methods are synchronized, hence it is in thread safe. So particularly this point again we will cover very nicely in multi-threading chapter. What is a thread? Thread means a task, a job. So what is synchronized? When a method definition is preceded by the keyword synchronized, basically that is called as method synchronization. Little bit hints that explanation I am telling. Suppose there is a one task, a thread, there is another task, another thread. So one resource. So let one thread, suppose T1. Let we have two threads, one is T1 and one is T2. T1 representing one task, T2 representing one task, and there is a one resource, let R1. Now, suppose one example, suppose I am telling, suppose I am driving my car on the road. In my behind, a boss gave the horn. So what I will do? So definitely I will give the side to the boss, because I am thinking boss is a heavy vehicle, my car is a light vehicle. So the priority of a boss, no doubt, is higher than my vehicle. So whatever I have acquired the resource, that is a road. So whatever I have acquired the road, so I will release. That means first I will give the side, boss will go, then I will go. So resource, road is the resource. So whatever I have acquired the resource, that is a road, so that road I will release. That means higher priority, boss having higher priority. So any moment if boss can access the road, so it can access. Same concept. Let T1 priority, in later on we will cover every thread having a priority. Priority is nothing but an int value ranging from 1 to 10. Minimum is 1, maximum is 10, default or normal priority is 5. So later on we will cover. So every thread having a priority value. Let this is 6. Suppose this is 9. Now T1 starting its execution by taking R1. Suppose T1 representing a task 5 times high, it will print. T2 representing another task, let 5 times hello, it will print. Now T1 is executing, or T1 execution is going on by taking R1. That execution is going on. Now T2 wanted to access R1. If T2 wanted to access R1, T1 execution is going on. So T2 wanted to access R1, then happily T2 can access R1, because the priority of T2 is higher than T1. So if T2 is able to access R1, then we can say T1 is not in safe or T1 is not in thread safe. Because suppose T1 5 times high it will print, suppose 2 times high it have come to the picture, then T2 output came, hello 5 times came. That means after T2, after 2 iterations, T2 have acquired R1 or control is switching over to T2. So a thread execution is going on. Another higher priority thread wants to access that resource for starting its execution. If higher priority thread will access, at that time we can say thread is not in safe. But the concept is saying it is possible that we can make it a safe. How? Now anyhow the resource we have to lock. So if anyhow we will lock the resource, then once T1 have started its execution, so it will complete. After successfully completion, then R1 will release, then T2 will access R1. So in string buffer case, by default methods are synchronized. All methods have been developed in that way. By default it is synchronized. Synchronization means locking. So in multi-threading chapter we will cover method synchronization, block synchronization and static synchronization. So if method is synchronized, that means one by one task will execute, because by default so resources will be locked simultaneously. Multiple task, multiple operation will not perform. One task means T1 representing one task. First T1 will start its execution, completely it will execute. After that the resource will release, then next task. So this is the case of string buffer. Again this point we will cover in multi-threading chapter. But here one by one, by default all the methods are synchronized. So this is called as method synchronization. Synchronization means locking. Resources are locking. But whereas in string builder methods are not synchronized. If methods are not synchronized, that means simultaneously T1, T2, T3 multiple threads execute. So that's why I have written performance is better. At a time T1 2 output I will get, T3 output I will get at a time. So this. But in what case of locking, first completely T1 output I will get, after that T2 output will get. So that's why I wrote performance is slow or poor, and here performance is better. So in string builder, whatever the method, same method, whatever string buffer containing method, same method string builder is containing. But by default string buffer methods synchronized, but in string builder methods are not synchronized. Okay, so this is only 1 point difference, only 1 point. So this is one of the good interview question. So you will point out this question. Then we will go to the next point. Some difference with respect to coding we will see. So string versus string buffer or string builder. So this code I'm cleaning. Suppose I will write, let string, suppose using string class, suppose string s1 equals to new string. So I will write Java, then string s2 equals to new string, then Java. Suppose I will write system.out.println s1 double equals to s2. I will write system.out.println S1 dot equals S2. So here we have two objects. One is S1 and S2. Which type of object? String type of object. So what is the output? You see, this is one output statement. This is another output statement, because based on the output statement, output value always come into the picture. And you see, so what the output statement is representing? S1 double equals to S2. Double equals to is a comparison operator. It is returning a boolean value, whether it will be true or it will be false. Similarly, another output statement, so there is a equals method we have specified. Equals method also returning a boolean value, whether it will be true or it will be false. First of all, we will draw the figure. So there is a one object S1 and another is S2. S1 and one is S2. So this is S1 and this is S2. So this is Java and this is Java. So coming to the point, first is S1 double equals to S2. Maximum students, they will feel, okay, double equals means equality. So the value of S1 is Java, the value of S2 is Java, but it is true. But actually it will return a false value. How? You remember, particularly in this context, if I am representing string value by explicitly an object declaration. So in this way, if we will represent a string value, particularly in this context, double equals meant for reference comparison. You remember, important point, meant for reference comparison. Reference comparison. Whereas equals method meant for content comparison. Content comparison. Reference means address value. This is the reference variable. If this memory address is 5000, then this value is 5000. That's why it is referring to this memory. Similarly, if the address value is 3000, then this value is 3000. So address value, your address, my address never equal. The address value is always unique. So since double equals to meant for reference comparison, so definitely two address value never equal. That's why it is false. For this reason, it will return a false value. But whereas equals method meant for content comparison. Here content is Java, the value of S1. The content of S1 is Java, the content of S2 is Java. So content is equal, that's why it will return true. It will return true. You see, so coming to the point, so this is true. Now I will hit run. You see, so first output I got false and second output I got. So this point you remember, double equals to meant for reference comparison, whereas equals method meant for content comparison. Actually, equals method not present in string class. It is a method of object class. Since object class is a parent class, in later on when we will go to inheritance chapter, we will cover parent class, child class. You remember just little bit information that I am giving. Object class is the parent class of every or any user defined and any built-in classes. So parent class property, child class can use anytime. There is no problem. So basically this is called as overridden method, but till now we don't know what is that. When the time will come, we will cover in topic inheritance. So now I will write similarly string buffer. Let sb1 equals to new string buffer, and I will write string buffer sb2 equals to new string buffer. Similarly, I will write sb1 equals to sb2, sb1 dot equals to sb2. So what is the output? So here what I have done using string buffer class, same question that I presented. Same objective double equals meant for content compulsory reference comparison. Reference means an address value to memory address never equal, that's why it is returning false. Equals method is also what meant for content comparison, but here everybody will think about that. One is false means this is it will be true, but it is false. So everybody will get shocked. Sir, why it is false? False. It is false. Equals method is the property, is the method of object class. String class is compatible with object class, whereas string buffer class is not compatible. Suppose you are three brothers, you are the elder, you are compatible with your father. Suppose your younger brother lust, so he is not compatible with father. Whatever he have some demand, he will tell via you. Similarly, not all, some specific class is not compatible because equals method not coming from string buffer class. It is a method coming from object class. So string buffer not compatible with this equals method. So that's why it will return false and false. You see, it will return false and false. So this is one difference we saw in between string and string buffer. In between string and string buffer. Same output we will get if I will use StringBuilder.